All right, what is up, YouTube? We're here with Alan, who went X1-1 and got sixth place at the Iowa Regional. Woo! Playing purple cards. That's exciting, but
They're not flaming
The cringe purple card. They're not cringe purple cards.
yeah, that's true. Not
The only cringe card in your deck is not purple.
It's like pink.
It might be a little purple.
Alan, I don't gimmick puppet my friends, Meyer. All right.
Give me puppet any of my friends. But anyway.
Woo!
Yeah, so I played branded. It's not really particularly fun when you get buried all the time, but you know, we overcome. First things first, shout out A Squad. Also board wipe.
We're B team.
Vintage. I thought we were C team.
There's like actually like a lot of cards that you can potentially normal summon, so 3 can be like a little cloggy sometimes. I think this is fine. 1 tragedy, 2 Quem, 2 is definitely necessary, unless you play around Nib, and that's pretty much it. 2 Cartesia. I played 3 for a while, and I wouldn't mind playing 3, but I think it's just like a little bit too much, and you don't like need to see it like that badly, especially if you like slim down your deck, which is 45 cards, so I don't think it's super necessary.
How much money is on the mat right now that you just showed?
Oh my god.
Make me think about it. 3 Albaz, it's like 100% mandatory, no question.
Quick guys, grab and go.
1-1. You can up this, but I don't know. I think it just gets a little cloggy too, like the high spirit stuff. Like, it's not worth investing too many slots into, but it is really nice to have. 3 of this. It's like, I don't know why we haven't been doing this for 2 years, but it only just started being a thing. 1 of this is for high spirits. 1 of this, it's fun to search that.
Yeah, that's the lane card. What's that card called there, Alan?
Boo!
Yeah, that won me a lot of games, unfortunately.
Imagine that.
Cringe, but honestly, like, if you don't play this card, you can win a similar amount of games, but like, it just takes so long. Like, if you just like let your opponent play for like 15 minutes when you are like winning that game, no matter what, you will not be able to like finish your matches, and you'll just get fucking like burned by whatever cringe time card they want to play or whatever. Like, genuinely, that's like half of the reason to play it, honestly. Just don't touch it, please. Please.
God.
3 opening, 2 high spirits. I think that's a fine ratio. You can play more if you want, or you can maybe even just play 1. But
A lot of 2-ups in this deck. What is this? 2-ups?
yeah, you don't really. There's like no deck building philosophy for this.
This wasn't remote.
Everything-
This wasn't a remote duel event,
everything-
Alan.
Every like normal deck building philosophy just like completely breaks down with this deck.
Fair
2
enough.
branded in red, 1 lost. Redeployment. I love this card so much. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. Thrust, my new favorite card. It's so good. It's so good, especially in this deck. It's like better in this deck than any other deck. Possibly.
6 engages, Alan. 6 engages.
I don't know. Would you rather have engage or branded fusion?
Engage. Engage is pot of greed.
I'm searching terraforming.
Yeah,
I'm
what is
searching
branded
Clash of
fusion?
Clans. We're getting
Loses to
down
Ash.
cards.
So does engage.
Nah, I had multi-roll. It's okay.
Anymore, I think it's kind of bricky, but like honestly, like besides like this, like no other non-engine like really actually feels that good. But I think 1 is just fine, just for thrust, because it's like a you can like sort of search cross out, sort of just look at the hand, whatever. Dark Ruler. I don't actually know if I really use this card or like won a game when I used this card once. This just has to be 3 non-engine, but like none of them are like really that good.
Solo's pure Snake Eye.
Yeah, that's true. But I played 1 pure Snake Eye, and like 1 Fire King. So I mean, I'll buy my new favorite card. Card's awesome. Set it off thrust. You should know what it is by now. No wonder fusion.
How many cards you made?
45.
That's a low number.
It's lower than it was. I was at like 50 plus
it.
for a while. Extra deck. This is like pretty solid. There's like barely anything that you can actually change in the extra deck, but I have like 1 thing different from what I had for a while. 2 standard, 1, 2. You just ban this 1, please. Like, then we can get another extra deck slot, and we don't have to worry about all that stuff.
Who's ban puppet?
This is the new one that I tried. I tried to summon it multiple times against Senpai, but it got dropleted, ogred, like challenge. There's like just it never was able to resolve, and like it was kind of sad. But it's like worst case is just like sending another Albion, and you can make another one on your turn 3 or whatever. But yeah, that's the only time it actually came up to date. 2, I think 2 is like definitely really mandatory, especially if you're playing gimmick puppets. It just helps you get there a lot more, and it's really helpful to just have something like super generic to summon Cartesia into. So yeah, this card is really good. You summon it against Snake Eye and the Zealandis, it gets banished, it doesn't come back, and then it flows into Albaz, and you rob your opponent of the game. I don't think I summoned this card once. It's pretty mid. This card is, like, honestly, like, behind this card, it's like probably the best card in extra deck. It's just so good. Because you just like on the follow up, or like if you ever get Bestialed, you like summon an Albaz, summon this with it, or like on your turn 3, like go this, banish all the junk that's left in your grave, go into this, pop this in your opponent's card, and you just have like infinite follow up, and you know. And this, I think I made this once. It is like actually weirdly like borderline cuttable, but
Don't say that.
borderline.
That was my
Borderline,
favorite.
not quite. No. It is one of my favorite cards, but like you don't actually get to like plus as much off of it as you used to like in the early days with the deck. We're going first. This. I don't play Barrier for
Classic.
cross out because like even in the best case scenario, if you draw cross out and like have a cross out for Barrier, you just like most of the time need like every single card in your hand to like break like Snake Eye or Fire King boards. So I just don't think it's like actually worth it, especially because you would have to like fuck up all your siding patterns too, and you would not be able to win games that you might be able to win were they like a different side deck card. These go really hard against Snake Eye, and that's why I did not play against hardly any at all this tournament. So yeah, I think I sided these in only in like the first 3 rounds and then never again.
Yeah, you did that to me at Thursday, and I switched my deck for this tournament.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Never drew it, but these were the cards that I put in against Snake Eye, and also just for going first against a lot of decks. But I mean, I think it's fine because like honestly, like if you're just gonna have one hand trap, this like a lot of the time can do. It doesn't like end the Snake Eye player's turn, but it just makes the board a lot more manageable to play into. So I think it's worth
It
it.
ends their turn if they do that. Snake Eyes Diabellstar 1 card.
It
action.
can end their turn, like, but I'm not relying on that. I just
Ah.
want their board to be easier to play into.
Just trying to slander them.
Yeah. This was for Skill Drain. I never used it. Pearly, never used it or played it. This card's pretty good.
Voices.
I drew it like twice against Voices players. It was pretty good. Duster. That's it. Neat.
Any shout outs?
Shout out to Gimmick Poet. That card was pretty helpful.
Oh my god.
But it probably just needs
Walking
to go.
home.
I want to go back to playing like not weird stuff. Shout outs to the A Squad. Shout outs to Board Wipe. Shout outs to Aliber. Shout outs to Albaz. Yeah, the homies. Yeah.
Ball of Allen.
Oh my god.